So, let's talk about AI. There is so much buzz, right? So much hype about its incredible power. But there's this one question that just keeps popping up. Where's the actual profit? Well, today, we're going to break down this really cool strategy called digital arbitrage. And trust me, it shows you exactly where the money is hiding.
I mean, you hear it every single day, don't you? AI is changing the world. But for a lot of us, for a lot of businesses, trying to turn that raw potential into, actual dollars and cents, it can feel super frustrating. It's a really common problem. But here's the kicker. What if that very frustration is actually pointing you directly towards a massive opportunity? Okay, this right here, this gets to the absolute heart of it. The source material we're looking at talks about this widening chasm, this huge gap between what an AI model can do in a lab and how it's actually used in a real business day to day. And it's right there, inside that gap between potential and practice. That's where the real money is just waiting to be made.
So, the big question is, how do you actually bridge that chasm? Well, this strategy has a name, and honestly, it's brilliant because it's so simple. It's called digital arbitrage. All right, let's break down exactly what that means. Okay, so to really get digital arbitrage, let's start with a traditional version. You've probably heard of it in finance, right? It's all about exploiting a price difference. You buy a stock for cheap on one exchange and sell it for a bit more on another. Simple, buy low, sell high. Now, digital arbitrage takes that same core idea and just pivots it. It's not about buying and selling some asset. It's about finding an inefficiency in a process and then selling the super high-value solution that you create using AI. So here it is, the official definition from our source. Digital arbitrage is all about using really targeted, niche AI tools to solve very, very specific inefficiencies. The key here is you're not trying to boil the ocean or build some massive, all-powerful AI. Nope. You're finding one little part of a business that's just clunky and slow, and you're using AI to transform that friction directly into profit.
All right, so the concept is clear, right? But now for the fun part. Where do you actually find these golden opportunities? Let's go looking, because a lot of these value-creating inefficiencies are hiding in plain sight.
The source material gives us a few classic examples, and the first one is translation. I mean, think about it. For any company that works globally, just trying to communicate across different languages is a constant headache. It's slow, it's expensive, it causes all sorts of mix-ups. That friction, that's a perfect target for a niche AI tool that can just streamline the whole thing. Okay, friction point number 2, data synthesis. This is a huge one. We live in this age where companies are literally drowning in data, right? But they're starving for actual wisdom from it. That process of turning a mountain of raw info into just a few simple, useful insights, that is a massive bottleneck. So an AI that can just rapidly synthesize all that data, that is a textbook digital arbitrage play. And a third massive area is automated logistics. Seriously, just stop and think for a second about how complex supply chains are. The whole system is just filled with little inefficiencies. So when you deploy a smart AI to optimize shipping routes or predict exactly how much stock you need, you're not just improving things, you're capturing value that was just being lost before. We're talking millions. And this right here, this requires a core mindset shift. You have to stop seeing these as just problems that need to be fixed. Like our source says, they are hidden, scalable profit centers. Every single bit of friction you manage to eliminate with a targeted AI tool becomes a brand new, scalable way to make money. Okay, so we know what digital arbitrage is. We know where to start looking for opportunities. But how do you actually do it? How do you execute the strategy? Well, the answer lies in what our source calls the lean AI playbook. And the name says it all. It's about being nimble, fast, and smart, not big and complicated. And honestly, it boils down to this incredibly simple 3-step process. Ready? 1. You identify a very specific, painful point of friction. 2. You find or deploy a niche AI tool that is absolutely laser-focused on solving that one problem. And 3, you execute leanly. That means you get it done fast, you get it done efficiently, and you don't over-engineer a solution. This one quote from the source material, it just captures the entire philosophy perfectly. It says, prioritize immediate, high-margin execution over complexity. See, the goal is not to build some perfect all-knowing AI. It's to find a problem, solve it with a targeted tool, and capture that value right away. All right, so we've decoded the concept, we've spotted the opportunities, and we've walked through the playbook. Now let's bring this all home. Let's make this about you. Because this isn't some high-level strategy just for Fortune 500 companies. No way. This is a mindset for anyone looking to create value in the age of AI. So, if you only remember one thing from all of this, let it be this simple 3-part mantra. Find friction, apply AI, create value. That's it. Find the friction, apply the AI, create the value. It works everywhere, in your industry, in your company, even in your own job. And that brings us to our final thought for today. This whole framework, it's not just some interesting theory. It's a challenge. I want you to look around your world at all the processes you deal with every single day that are inefficient, that are clunky, that are slow. So the question I want to leave you with is this. What's your digital arbitrage?